Hey everyone, welcome back to my new space, my new room. Talk to you about that in a second. But I'm going to show you some of the things that I bought a couple of days ago. Annoyingly, did any of you see that vlog where I took a day off and I went and got my hair done, then I went shopping? Well, I wanted to record at the end of that video everything that I bought, but when I look back at the footage, the whole lot was out of focus, like really out of focus, and so I'm going to do it separately. I've got accessories from Dior and from Chanel, and I've also got clothes from Liu Jo, and this is one of the best places to get jeans. What should we start with? Let's begin with, I'm gonna do Dior first and then come on to Chanel. So I went into Dior because they'd invited me in because they had like a new collection that got launched, and when I went in there, I think I bought one thing, which is in here. And they also gave me a bag full of gifts that I'm going to show you in a second. It's so weird doing this because I did this the other day. I already know what this stuff is, and now I've got to do it again and be like, oh, I already knew that I wanted this, and I really like, there's a belt that goes with it. Actually, and one of you, Amaya, you wrote to me the other day and you said, what do I think of that really thin belt that's got the CD letters on it in gold? And I love it, I really do. It's something that I would definitely get. You compare Dior to Chanel. Dior, you get so much more money for what you buy. You know, you get so much more for your money even. Take a look at this. Some of you will remember, I've still got it actually, a couple of years back, I had one of these, and it was from Dior, and this is double use, okay? So you can either wear it as a choker, or you can wrap it double around your wrist and have it as a bracelet. How many of you remember a couple of years ago, I bought one that has got one pearl on the front, like quite a big pearl. I wear it to death, and I always have loads of you saying, where's that from? Now that has been discontinued, so that's quite annoying unless you could find one pre-loved. But the great news is that they're back again in terms of these long straps. This was around about £280, and for the price you get 3 like letters or charms included. So you could, if you want to have your first, middle and surname, then you could have all 3 letters, or you can pick shapes. So they had a bee, a 4-leaf clover, a heart. They had some other stuff that I can't remember, but I ended up choosing the heart and the bee, which is the Dior bee. And I know you can get your initials, but I quite liked the idea of getting CD because I like the font they've used for this. Does that make any sense? You know, when you like the style of writing. So that's it on the I mean, it's like I need to fiddle around with it to get it to overlap nicely. Can I do that now? Maybe I can. And yeah, if you kind of like had your sleeves up, I might do that now, in fact. And I know when I buy any of this costume jewelry stuff, I definitely get my wear out of it, because you can take, I'm actually going to do a video on this in a couple of weeks, but you can take a very inexpensive outfit and make it look expensive, I believe, through the right accessories. And I did a video on it a couple of weeks ago where I had stuff like from Zara, Reiss, Lily Silk. And if you buy, I really think if you buy neutral colours, or even you can incorporate colour into it, but you can use things like this just to like lift the whole thing. So I know with this, I'm going to be wearing this to death. I'm keeping this on for the rest of the day. Shall we look at what they gave me? When I was in there, they had, so for this particular event, they had an illustrator in there who would paint your portrait, and I have mine done here. And it's been done in the Dior style. So that was the first thing. Then on my way out, they gave me this bag and they were like, oh, it's some gifts for you. And this is one thing I haven't looked at. Oh wow, the first is this book. It's got Christian Dior written on the back. Let's have a look. Let me put that in there. So that's it on the inside. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, look. So it's white pages with the Christian Dior written in the bottom. I already know what I'm going to do with that. I just for fun, I make my own jewellery. I'm always having ideas of things that I want to make, and I don't actually currently have anywhere that I draw them down. I normally draw them on the back of like envelopes and stuff and then keep the envelopes, but that's going to be a nicer place to keep them. And then they've also given me these two items. This. That's quite good. That's a voucher to claim a free lipstick at the Dior counter in Harrods. I really like their lipsticks. And then the next is this. Oh, look how sweet that is. By the way, one has a new camera, because you know I have been complaining about that other one. It was getting on my nerves. I think the camera that I had was good, but I've been using it now for about 2.5 years, and they get a lot of wear when you're using them, and the autofocus on it was awful. But I'm also now using professional sound. That's what this is, and I hope it's better. We'll see when I edit this, but also let me know what you think when you're watching it. Not even just from this video, but moving forward. And then they also gifted me one of these. This range, they are from the more premium higher up collection, and that's a mini size. Like the actual bottles are about this big, and you can get oud and things like that, but they're about £200 or £300 for a bottle. Oh, that's nice. I will take some of that. Smelling seductive. Oh, wow. I love anything that's got amber in it. Let's put some more on this. I need this today. Cool, so that is everything from Dior. Now I'm going to move on to Chanel. I actually, a couple of days later, purchased something else from Chanel, but I think I need to do that in its own video because it's a biggie. If any of you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, then come and join me. But if any of you do, you will have seen my Instagram stories that I did last week, where I went into Chanel in Harrods and I filmed loads of the new collection, and the new collection is really nice. There's a mixture of, there's an iridescent pink, which I thought I was gonna like, but when I saw it in real life, it kind of felt a little bit 1970s, that pearlescent pinky color, but I really liked it. So I thought, okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a small accessory in that colorway. The other items that also are included in that collection are, they've got a load of mattes. They've got matte turquoise, matte pink. You can get, on the Gabrielle, you can get look, doesn't that? You can get this in the classic flap, in this color tone. You can only get pink, so there's no other colors that have got this over the top. Actually, that's a lie. They've got a deep aubergine, although I haven't seen the classic flap in it, only accessories. Very pretty though, don't you think? So this is a card holder, and it's got a pocket on the front, main pocket in the middle, and then two on the back. It's in caviar, but I don't know what kind of leather this is, because it's a softer caviar than I have got on my like black classic flap. The caviar on the classic flap is quite robust and quite rigid, whereas this is quite squidgy and it feels a lot softer. So I don't know what that is. Can you see that? It's almost crinkled. That will give you an idea of how much softer it is. This was, as well, for any of you who want to know, this was around about £280 as well. Was it? Was it that? Yeah, no. That was £275, which, as Chanel goes, is pretty good. I really do think if you cannot afford to run to a bag, or if you're just thinking, yeah, I really like the idea of it, but frankly, I'm not going to spend that much money on a bag, then you can get smaller items. In many ways, if you buy yourself a really well-made, non-branded leather bag, of which you can get, if you ever go away to Italy or Spain, there are so many places, local places, artisans that make such bags. And if you mix that up with accessories, can look just as good, if not better, I think. Now for the final items that I want to show you. Again, you might remember that I went into Liu Jo on the King's Road to try on some items, and I went in there with the, what's the word? I went in there with the plan of looking at their jeans, because their jeans, I took the labels off because I already did this last week. I filmed this and I took the labels off and I was like, yay, I'm gonna go and wear them. But their jeans have got a label on the back that explains the technology that they've put into their jeans. So what they've done, hoping you can see this, think you maybe can you see there? There's a seam that they've put in. So on either side of the bottom, where's it gone? On either side of the bottom, there and there, they've put that seam. And what it does, amazingly, it lifts your bum. And then when I tried them on, even David was like, wow, like those jeans, you need to buy them. So I ended up getting 2 colours, black and blue. And then I went back in to get another black pair. But while I was in there, I saw these, which are black, but they've got this detail running down the side of one leg. So the other leg is plain. And then this side has got, it's kind of like lace with sequins. I'm really hoping that you can see what I mean about these jeans. They really are like quite good at just giving you shape around there, I feel like anyway. They're also so comfortable. These particular ones are quite stretchy. They're also really high-waisted. They come up to here on me, like right on the waist. And I always find whenever I buy jeans that are, like whenever they're high-waisted and they fit on the hip, they're always a bit baggy around the waist, but these are really sculpted. They really do fit quite nicely. Is that sparkle showing? I mean, I hope so. I've just put this, by the way, with some Dior heels. And this is nice as well, isn't it? Look at this. This jacket. Again, this is not part of the jacket, it's a microphone, but just so you can see. Don't you just love it when you go out or you buy on the internet and you find things that actually look great and you feel good in them? How many times do you buy something and although it looks good on, it's an uncomfortable item? Whereas sometimes you find things that not only look good, but you feel good in them and they're not uncomfortable to wear. And that's what I like about this brand. Can you tell me if any of you bought the pink classic flap Chanel bag in that iridescent pink, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, it looks like this. Please can you leave a comment below to say how you found it and how you have found styling it to be. Or even if you haven't bought it, please let me know what you also think about that collection, whether you think it's maybe not your taste or whether you think, no, it's really nice, it's really girly, it's quite nice to have pink. I like pink. Pink and turquoise, they're the main colours in that collection. They're super nice. I want to thank all of you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.